Hey guys, welcome back to another reading journal video. So if you missed my 2024 setup video, I pretty much made it clear that the only spreads that I technically have are going to be my pages right here, where I write down the titles, and then I do my cover page, and I have my pages for my books. So let's talk about January. Link in the description to the first vlog of the year, which explained what we had going on with the plumbing. The second vlog of the year will be coming out a couple days after this reading journal video. That will have the explanation of the resolution of what all happened, but it meant that I did not have a lot of mental energy, or just energy in general, to read. And hopefully my voice does not sound like cat claws on sandpaper for this particular video. So if you see this or hear it in the background pretty frequently, there's a very good reason for that, and that's because my throat has felt like a sand patch all month. Today I actually got some relief. I slept last night solidly. It was wonderful, which is probably why I'm feeling better and able to film. So I realized when I was going through this notebook the other day, somehow I completely skipped a couple of pages. So I went ahead and just threw these boxes and stickers down from an Agenda 52 stationery pack, and these squares right here are from some very lovely simple stickers that you can get on Amazon and from Stationery Pal, but Stationery Pal sells out of them pretty quickly a lot of times. So I had to add 2 new pages of titles, which I already had a lot of space for writing down my book titles as it was, so Now in January I did end up managing to read 4 books. However, 2 of them I maybe shouldn't have counted, because when I got into them I realized, oh, these are meant for like 8, 9, 10-year-olds. So that would be Calamity Jane and Sweet Sue's Adventures. But let's start at the beginning of January. So the first book I managed to finish reading was On the Banks of Plum Creek by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And then the next one was Beloved Rascals, which is actually the last of the more adult, teenager-oriented books, which are the relaying of their adventures. And then Sweet Sue's Adventures is actually what, like I said, it's meant more for 8, 9, 10-year-olds. There's actual pictures in it, whereas in the other books there's just drawings. And Sweet Sue's Adventures is a slightly fictional telling of the adventures of a skunk and her 9 babies. So that one was an easy read, which is what I needed the day I read it. And then the next day, I read Calamity Jane, which is the story of a raccoon family. And that one was also a nice, easy read, in which it was what I needed. So I read 4 books in January, which was quite pleasant. And you will note that I've got the next 2 books from Laura Ingalls Wilder and Her Little House on the Prairie series already written down, because those are the next 2 books I'm going to read, By the Shores of Silver Lake and The Long Winter. So we are going to hop into, whoop, ow, right. Make sure everything is still in focus here. I think that's the first time I've ever bonked my head on the light. So we're going to hop into creating our February cover page. Now these little butterfly ticket stickers, were part of a small haul from Temu that I did last year. I didn't do a video on it because I was just checking out to see if it was worth getting stuff from Temu. And the little ticket stickers, I have seen them on Amazon, but I have not seen similar to what I prefer from the style. And I will probably, when I run out of these, go back to Temu to get them. I haven't seen them on Stationery Pal. Stationery Pal tends to lean more into the practical cute, although they have got some of the most adorable fun rests I think I've ever seen. So, for those of you who didn't know, Stationery Pal also does jewelry, hilariously enough. We're going to go with that being right there. Now, I actually have a soft spot in my heart for Van Gogh's Starry Night. Because one of my mental health beasties that I deal with on the regular is depression. I've dealt with depression most of my life. I turned 39 in July, and I've dealt with depression since I was probably 5 or 6. So I've dealt with it for a very long time. So I have a soft spot for Vincent van Gogh, mostly because I get it. I totally understand. I wouldn't wish my depression woes on anyone. As you can see, we're just laying stuff out. I actually spent several minutes just prepping everything so I could get it all down on the page, because I knew my voice was not going to last for a very long time. But skadoosh. Now, this is not a reading challenge. I don't think you're going to see on anyone else's channel, but I wanted to, one second. Ugh. I wanted to give myself a achievable reading challenge for February, and that's reading 3 chapters a day. And that is something that I know I can do. The main reason why I wanted to do something like this is because I'm trying to give myself something else to do when I catch myself doom scrolling. Because doom scrolling has its time and place, but I've been catching myself doing it a little too frequently. So I'm trying to give myself a better habit that I can engage in, instead of just losing, 4 or 5 hours to doom scrolling through reels on Instagram, which, that's how I have found quite a few people on Instagram that I enjoy the content of, but it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Today's going to be one of those days where I have to drink a lot of water. I can tell already. You know what? I don't want any negative space right there. So, I'm going to grab. Doosh. Yep. Yep. And then there we go. That's much better. Something about negative space here in the last couple of weeks has just driven me nuts. So, and there we go. There's my February cover page. And in case you are wondering, yes, I do have the next couple of pages decorated. I wasn't sure how many books I was going to get into in January, so I went ahead and did about, I think it was like 8 pages of pre-decorated pages. So I've got these 2 right here, and then got these. In January, I was playing a lot with creating these like waterfall textures with ripped edges, and I really actually enjoyed how it came out on a couple of the pages, like these. So and that's it for today's reading journal video, guys. Short, sweet, to the point, mostly because my voice would not be able to sustain anything longer. Oh, all right, let's get this over here. Poor thing's got so much. I need to take a lint roller to this. And in case you're wondering, yeah, she's already getting kind of chunky. And it's a 192-page journal, so I expect it'll finish me through the year. Anyways, guys, hopefully the little space heater I have going isn't too loud in the background. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. I appreciate it greatly. Hug your loved ones tight. Take care of yourself. And I will catch you guys in the next video, which should only be a couple of days. Bye for now.